Tiger fans, welcome to another episode of Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. I am the Corey C. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We don't want you to miss a single episode. You can find us everywhere you find podcasts, whether it be the Apple Podcast app, Spotify, or YouTube. So follow the show and tell every Tiger that you know. And remember, when you support Tiger Talk with 1400 Club, it all helps the cause, which is the I Love Jackson State University. And of course, today's episode is brought to you by Bet Online, your number one source for all your betting needs. So get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. So go over to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Be sure to use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for 50% off on your welcome bonus on the first deposit. So Bet Online is where the game starts. And we are back with a member of the secondary on that dark side defense. He is a transfer from Charlotte. Big time safety coming in, none other than number 4, Solomon Rogers. Welcome to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club.
Thank you. How are you?
Hey, doing well, man. I'm happy to finally have you on the show. I know we've been trying to get you on for a while, but busy man. Understandably so with the season just now starting, but I'm glad we could finally get you on. But before we get into it, man, I want to know about the man himself, Solomon Rogers, just off the field, not the football player. So what is he about? What is he like? And, what does he enjoy doing, that kind of thing?
I'm really a chill person, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. You say we are busy, so I stay consistent in whatever I'm putting my mind into, whatever it is, schoolwork or just football, since we are in the football season. So I am a field junkie in the sense of film and stuff like that. So my majority of my time goes to that. I like to watch TV, maybe play the game. I get on the game a lot. I like stream and start doing that, and just Warzone and stuff like 2K and Madden. So just up my skills in the game.
I gotta know, because I see y'all playing whenever I come to visit. I see y'all on the game. So Madden and 2K, who's the top dog over there? It can't be yourself, because everybody likes to say themselves. So top dog.
I mean, I would say we have a lot of good Madden players. It's a lot of them, honestly. I mean, it goes back and forth in the sense of when we do play. So I can't say anybody's really the best. It's just you might win one, you might lose one. It's just the odds. It's just like in the game of just football. It's like that on the game. They might have a bad day, or you might scheme them up and you run something better, or you might choose a better, different team than last time. So, I mean, it's just based on, who's the top dog at the end of the day. So,
okay, gotcha. And you said you like to watch a lot of TV, so I'm going to test your history here. So I know I'm going to assume you were born around 2000, early 2000. So let's say 90s sitcoms. It'd be the top 90s sitcom. I want something before your time. That's what I mean by test you out.
I mean, I like Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
All right. I grew up. Well, they always continue to show that on TV when I was growing up. So I got into that.
That's a good one. That's good. I just wanted to see if you could name one.
I mean, You good. I'm young. I'm real young. So like all of the show, like I mean, I grew up watching. I like Bernie Mac. That was an older show.
Okay. I see you.
It was good. Yeah, I mean, I watched TV, but I didn't watch TV. I was majority on the game.
Gotcha.
TV was, because I had older brothers and I had younger brothers, so we played the game a lot together and just competed in the sense of that. Or be
How many brothers do you have?
So I have 4 brothers and 3 sisters.
Wow. So I can imagine, man, just the competition. Are they all athletic like you? I'm going to assume they are.
They're athletic in their own ways, for real. A lot of them are really smart. A couple of them have written some books. 2 of them together have written a book. They compete in dance. They compete in soccer. I mean, it's
versatile. Love it.
Yeah, it's versatile.
Wow.
Yeah, we're very athletic in just many ways. One of my younger brother wants to be an engineer. So like, that takes talent. I mean, in the sense of everything, even playing football takes talent, just understanding the scheme or just understanding the offense and understanding your responsibility and also understanding others. I mean, I play safety, so you're basically the quarterback of the defense. In a sense, you're the deepest of the deepest, so you can see everything. You see formations, you can see all that. So, I mean, just like quarterback, you're sitting there lining people up and telling them what to do and just controlling the backfield. So,
Right.
um, it takes a lot of just talent, and all my siblings, I could say, even though they might not be the most athletic, it's something that they're really, really talented in that they compete at, and they want to beat you in, or
So
they'll brag in your face that they can do it, you can't. So
right.
it's
So
definitely
competitive either way.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
yeah, good stuff, man. Again, I love the versatility in the family. So being in the middle and having the older siblings and the younger siblings, what kind of led you more so towards football? Was it that you were just naturally athletic, or you just took a liking to it and you gave it a shot and it worked out for you?
Oh yeah, some in that way. I ran track real young. Elementary. I went to elementary in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina. It's called Hunter Elementary. It was a magnet school, and they had like I guess you say elective, where in a sense you were on a track team, and we raced other counties had it too. So we had like a big meet at the end. You didn't have meets throughout the week like you do like in college or in high school where you have games through, but it was just like a final meet. But you practice every day and you race with your teammates. So it was guys that I grew up in, guys that I know that still play football, that are doing real good that I ran track with. So track was like my first sport that I really got into, something that I could do after school, get away from home, just not be in those situations at home. So it was just I was just let me be active, let me do something. Track was it. Then I got into football around 9 years old. Did like this little pee wee side. It was like Pop Warner basically. That was in the community, and I fell in love with football where I played quarterback and safety at the same time. So I just after that went into middle school, played it, high school played it, just fell in love just with the process of just competing. And I
Mm-hmm.
missed that competitive. I ran track also through high
Mm-hmm.
school, so like I was always an active person throughout the whole seasons of whatever. Like I was doing something. Either I was in winter track, summer track, football, or doing something like soccer. But I mainly ran track because track was like my favorite. I just love competing with others. And if someone said you was faster than me, no, you're not faster than me. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was just I loved that aspect and growing up with that, it was just fun just racing other people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so my love just through just competing with others just really was something that, I was a competitive person. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
growing up I was competitive with my siblings, competitive with my mom. All right.
Was she an athlete? Was she an athlete or
She's a dance teacher, so she was
okay?
a dancer. She did ballet, all the jazz, tap, all that. So I mean, dance is an athlete. I mean, they can
Mm-hmm.
hold their own body weight.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, they're really they're more stronger than football players in a sense of
Wow.
controlling their own body weight. Um, but no, they're definitely. She we just competed at everything. I mean, she was just a competitor when it came out
Mm-hmm.
of board games or we did family events like Monopoly or Uno or something like that. We're always
Right.
competing. So
Right. You mentioned starting off with track. Did you run track all the way throughout high school, or once you became serious about football, you kind of shut that down?
all through high school.
Okay.
Besides the end of my senior year because I graduated from Roseville High School a little bit early. I was an early enrolled at Charlotte, so
Okay.
I kind of left and I kind of left that sport, hung that up in a sense
Okay.
of just
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. So yeah, that leads me right into it, man. Charlotte, you stayed in state, signed with Charlotte, and you played right away as a true freshman. So talk about your 4 years there.
Oh, it was an experience. It was definitely an experience. Um, it's loving that city. They call it Queen City, so it's a good city around it.
Beautiful
Where
city too.
beautiful, yeah, it's 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 beautiful for real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was a transition being a freshman and traveling a lot and playing in a sense of just going in and being thrown in.
Mm-hmm.
It was different. We had a lot of people on the schedule that we played that year. We played Clemson that year, so that was a good game to be part of as a
Mm-hmm.
young growing up college student. I mean, we're in Conference USA, so we competed with everybody like Marshall and Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee. So just kind of going, because by the time you hit your senior year, you're kind of going against the same guys you faced your freshman year. But
Okay.
I mean, you got, of course, people transferring in, but majority of the people that you face that your freshman year, you see come your senior year. You might see a little bit numbers change and stuff. People come and go. They bring transfers in and stuff like that. But those guys that developed all 4 years that they were brought in, you're going to see those guys every year. So it's kind of cool going against teams and just seeing them and competing of just different athletes and just people from different backgrounds and meeting different people from different backgrounds, and me being in my city. It was people that I kind of knew, in a sense that I played ball, because Charlotte's I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, so it was 2.5 hours away. So you got some guys coming over there, but I had to meet some new guys and stuff like that were over there in Mallard Creek. And Mallard Creek always played Wake Forest, who was in Roseville, they're in Raleigh, North Carolina, but it's a little town called Wake Forest that we always face Mallard Creek. So you see guys that maybe came from Mallard Creek, that school, over, and you're part of a team with them. So it was a good matchup. I mean, good things happened there. I learned a lot of football. I just learned just different aspects of the process, and we have some NFL players that are shining right now that were part of Charlotte's alumni
Nice.
class. So it's kind of cool seeing them succeed and seeing where they ended up now, where they're at. So all I've learned from there is really being consistent, just your everyday process.
Absolutely. So, man, a tremendous career there during those 4 years. You one of the all-time leaders in career tackles. I think you're top 20, top 25 in that department, over 100 tackles. Of course, you started at safety, 2 year starter at safety, and you just were a leader on their defense. So when it came down to it, obviously you graduated, but what went into that decision to hit the portal? Because I could imagine you had some fond memories and teammates that you love, coaches, friends, classmates. So what went into that decision to go ahead and leave?
In my head, I've always wanted to, since high school, I kind of wanted to transfer, in the sense of just where I was at and just see how that feels to just be part of another team, be part of another culture, another just mindset of how they run things. And stuff was changing throughout Charlotte. Stuff happened throughout last year, just where our head coach ended up and what happened with him. Great guy, but I knew it was time for something new. Just to start the restart button. I mean, I knew I kind of completed what I needed to do there. And that was, one, get my degree, and two, make an impact on that team. And I kind of felt like I left enough of an impact. It was time for them to get a new set of people, and majority of the people that I came in that class with, I mean, either didn't make it through or just, fell off of just the sport. Stuff happens throughout the year. So when it came down to my senior year, it was a group of guys that, I didn't come in with, but I did also I built a relationship with them. So it was sad leaving, but majority were also leaving as well, or stepping away from the game. So it just, everything added up for it to be like, all right, just try to see where you'll end up in the port if you put your name,
Gotcha.
You got the film and you got the, the stats to see, where you end up. So having Jackson State was, when I saw Coach Quinn reach out to me, I was like, wow, Jackson State, like, really? Like, I mean, I'm from North Carolina, so, we're over there in the East Coast a lot. We don't hear a lot about what happens down in the South, in a sense. Like Jackson State, I really didn't know of Jackson State until prom came, and he made an impact on social media. So seeing that name pop up, on my call, I'm like, wow, like Jackson State, okay, cool. Like, let's see what we're talking about over here. They got winning history. a lot of winning history. So, y'all have fan base in the sense of just y'all are all connected in one. Y'all are here to, you know, show us love and be there. And that's what's most important because y'all don't realize what we do in the background of just preparing for the game. So to have that support is like, wow, y'all really care for us. Y'all really care for this team. Y'all really care for this culture. Y'all really care for this history. So it's really unique to be part of this, bro.
So you said it was Coach Quinn who initially reached out to you. So what were those initial conversations like? And going back, one thing you said, it seems like you were almost surprised, like, oh wow, Jackson State. Just kind of what went into that sentiment for you to have that kind of reaction to it?
Just because of the past history that's been here these couple of years of, and what has happened to this program and how big social media has been in a sense of just pushing out this HBCU. I mean, I'm from North Carolina, so of Central, and so I knew of y'all when y'all came and faced Central, or knew of us when we came and faced Central. So like seeing that, I was like, wow, like Jackson State's really going crazy. They're really doing a lot and looking up the history. Like I looked it up. I'm like, wow, winning a lot of games. Just having great history of just everything. It was just a shock to me to see like, oh wow, Jackson State, like that's pretty cool. Like that's really, really, really cool.
Wow.
So
Wow. Awesome stuff. So obviously you went on a visit to Jackson State, right?
oh yes, sir.
Was that your first time in Mississippi? I know you were in Conference USA. Did you ever travel down to Hattiesburg to play Southern Miss?
No, we never played Southern Miss.
Okay.
So it was the closest we've been probably down south is Middle Tennessee or we played what they called UTEP. That's in
Okay.
El Paso. So we're down there, but no, I've never been to Mississippi ever. So my first time was that spring game that they had in the
Okay.
spring, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it was different. It was pretty cool. I
Right.
liked it for the first, and then I was down here by myself when I took the visit, and I was like, yeah, I think this is gonna be home for the next 6 months.
Gotcha. What are some of the things that kind of seal the deal for Jackson State?
Just the coaching for real. Just the coaching style. My coach, especially Coach TC,
Mm-hmm.
um, just having that relationship with him and just being able to talk to them about anything in a sense. Um, but just them loving to win and them to do anything to win. Um, it's just that's how the business is. So you want to win, and that's what I want to win. I want to win. So we have that in
Awesome.
common.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. You're a graduate transfer, right? So 1 year remaining.
Yes, sir.
1 year left to get it done. What would you say your goals are for the season? I know we've already started, but how did you approach the season in terms of goals? I know we talk about team goals, but just you personally, what do you look to accomplish this season?
Just making a huge impact on this defense. Um, when it comes down to either turnovers or strip fumbles or TFLs, just being an impact and being a leader, um, being able to be somebody that they can count on and just expect to get the job done. Um, so that's what I'm striving for. We've had 2 games. I mean, y'all have been watching.
Mm-hmm.
The first game, was pretty good. Defense was flying around. We looked really good, as well as offense. The second game, we just had little stuff that we needed to fix. Some minor stuff that, you know, dragged on throughout the week and kind of bit us back in the butt. So this coming up week, we're looking to be just consistent and just attack this week with a positive attitude and understand that, you know, the job's not done and that we need to do what we're supposed to do to, get this win and just accomplish consistency in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Right. You talked about the 2 games. You have 2 games under your belt, both of them on the road in big cities on a national broadcast. And of course, you didn't get the results you wanted in that second game, like you spoke of. But talk about just the experience, despite the results of the second game, the experience playing HBCU football so far.
It's different. I'll tell you that. In a sense, just the style of football is a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I say, of course, Jackson State, our fan base, a lot different from Charlotte, a lot different. Like I said, it's very welcoming and it's love, and you feel supported and you feel like everybody's engaged. So that's the cool part. It's it's at the end of the day, it's football. So it's football. So I just say just the scheme's a little bit different. The style of play of how most offensive coordinators are thinking is a little different from Conference USA. Um, Defense wise is a little different. I like it because we're more aggressive. Um, so yeah.
Gotcha. So I don't know if you had an expectation of HBCU football. I don't mean in a good or a bad way. I just mean in general. But if you did, has it been what you expected, or maybe a better question is what has surprised you the most about HBCU football so far?
The first two games kind of surprised me. They're
Okay.
treated like almost bowl games in a sense,
Right.
as
Right.
we call it. And and FBS, you really don't see that until the end of the season. And in order for you to get that, your record has to look either 6-5 or somewhere where you're winning more games than losing to be picked in certain bowls. And I went to one bowl game at Charlotte. It was the Bahama Bowl. We faced what's called Buffalo up in New York, and it was it was it was different. I mean, we were there for a week in the Bahamas, and so you can't imagine that. You're
Wow.
down there and you're playing football. So being part of these two games, these big two celebration games, it was almost like a bowl game. So that's the difference I say in HBCU ball from
Right.
where I'm coming from.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. When you talk about those first two games, now not every season does every SWAC or HBCU team start off with games like that, but we're the Jackson State, so we have that privilege to get to get to do. I'm just playing. But no, when you talk about Atlanta, when you talk about the MEAC SWAC Challenge and then the Orange Blossom Classic, definitely that atmosphere, just a first class event. I can see it being treated kind of like a bowl game, but now we get more into kind of the standard schedule on the road to it. So let me ask you this: with the game coming up against Southern, have you heard about this rivalry? Because I can't
Oh
describe
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have to.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah. They
so
say the
tell me what you're
atmosphere
hearing.
is totally different from what I've seen yet. It's gonna be different in South Carolina. It's gonna be different than FAMU. So I'm ready. It's a big rivalry. Looked it up. So
Okay.
it's going. I heard it's gonna be. Hey, we gonna see once I get there. But I heard, yeah, it's smack talking both sides, and not just on the field, it's off the field. So it's gonna be cool just seeing that. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Listen, it's everything you heard and then some. Trust me, people
Okay.
trying to describe it can't do it justice. So just be prepared. It's like no other. I will put this rivalry up against any rivalry in college football. I don't mean in HBCU football. So I mean in college football, it ranks up there. I mean, again, you've done some of the homework, but you'll see for yourself. My advice to you is just play the game, keep your hands clean, stay out of the nonsense. Let me just go ahead and tell you that because there'll be a lot of nonsense on the field. So just stay out of it. But definitely looking forward to it. As you guys prepare for it, just talk about, and you mentioned this a little bit, but I just want to go in a little bit more detail. Obviously, we had a setback. So talk about the team, the bounce back, and kind of the mentality as you regroup heading into this game.
Oh well, we focused on just being consistent. Like I said, we got off track and it bit us back in the butt. So just picking our heads up and understanding that, in a sense, you know, it's a humbling game. It's a real humbling game and get humbled real quick. So just keeping our heads down and getting to work
Mhm.
and attacking the day every day, you know, and doing what you can, your 111 to help build this team to a championship level
Mhm.
spot. So,
And when you talk about facing adversity like this, especially early on in the season, a lot of it will boil down to you guys believing in each other, having each other's back, and then just that camaraderie, trust, and chemistry. And I know this team was kind of, I don't want to say thrown together, but put together, a lot of new faces. So how would you say that chemistry has developed, or you guys have gelled in such a short amount of time to be prepared to bounce back and go through this adversity?
we gel good. We gel real good. You know, you guys are gonna bump heads. here, there, and there, but we all gel good in a sense when it comes down to attacking and the day and getting what we want, and that's the win, and that's another ring. So we all have that in common. Um, it's a lot of us. It's a lot of new faces. I mean, I'm a new face, so it's getting to knowing guys. Some guys, come to you quicker than others. So but at the end of the day, we still have something in common of just winning and wanting to be somewhere that they're familiar with and that we dream of in a sense.
No doubt, no doubt. When you look at your team, I want to talk about the defense. And I want you to pick a guy. I know I asked you earlier to pick the Madden champion. You didn't really give me a name. So on Tiger Talk, we can't let you off the hook that easily. So we'll go to another category. So look at your guys on defense. I want you to pick a guy. Now, first of all, let me say, I know you can pick, 10 other guys or 20 other guys. So we get it. So if they're watching, don't get mad if he doesn't say your name. I'm sure if he could, he'd name y'all. But I'm telling him to give me one name that if you had to go to war with any day of the week. I mean, let's say there was a draft and you had the first pick and you said, let me make sure I grab this guy first just to make sure I have him so the other team can't get him. Give me that one guy on defense.
I'm not gonna lie. It's Juice. You know Juice?
Oh, okay.
I give Juice. He's young. He's real young. I didn't know he was that young. I mean, he doesn't look young at all. Got a full beard like me, and he doesn't look young. And just his mindset is different. It's a madman mindset. So if I had to get drafted in the war and I'm going to war, it's gotta be him. It's gotta be him.
I love it, man. I love it. The fans, we see Juice on social media, on Twitter. He's notorious for, well, not him. I think who he works out with for posting his workout videos, and we just see him going at it. So that mentality, we're not surprised. It may surprise some people, but I'm not surprised that you pick him. Probably catches a few people off guard, but man, definitely big fan of Juice. Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got to take it over to the other side of the ball. So your second pick, they're telling you to pick somebody from the offense, so you got to go to war with. That's how we do it on Tiger Talk. We put you on the hot seat.
Ooh. I'll probably pick Irv 5.
Okay. That's a good pick. I like it. Talk to me.
I mean, you've seen how he played.
There you go. Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's just that killer mindset. Goes back to that. You go to war, you got to have killers around you. So
that's it. Good stuff, man. Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Him.
Love that motor. He won't go down. He refuses to go down. A lot of fans, they were surprised. They hadn't really seen him, but I bet you had already been seeing that in practice because he's one of the guys who have to bring him down.
Oh, yeah. I've met him a couple of times during spring ball.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man. So any games in particular that you're looking forward to the most? I know you don't know much about this whole SWAC thing and conference play. We talked about the Southern game. That's a big rivalry. So let's throw that one out. Is there anything that stands out, or are you just kind of taking them? I know you're taking them game by game, but is that pretty much it?
I'm really taking them game by game. I mean, I'm enjoying just learning more ball and just seeing different offensive schemes and just being around the coaching and just, it's a last experience. So just savoring every moment of it in a sense.
Good stuff.
So I'm not really looking for nothing crazy. I'm just, attacking it.
No doubt. And you're getting your master's, right? So what are you getting that in?
I chose to get another post-bachelor's in sociology. It's not really a major. I picked up some more classes that I was working at towards the end of my career at Charlotte. So just finishing in that, just having another post-bachelor's. Yes, sir.
Sure. And we talked about you coming from a family with just a lot of different, experiences and things of that nature. So what is it that you aspire to do outside of football? I know obviously the goal is to play football, but eventually that comes to an end, whether it's after college or after a pro career. So what do you aspire to do?
I love to draw. Thinking maybe, I wanted to go into health. I got so many ideas. I love football. So, I think about coaching, going through that aspect. But I've also just leaned into more of my career or what I've chose that Charlotte, my degree was, just maybe a nutritionist for a team. I know that Charlotte has some nutritionists that hung around and just helped us pick diet wise, and I know the NFL does as well. So just being part of that part aspect of football, or even just drawing, just having like a side career of just tattooing. I love just that aspect of just drawing, and just I have a lot of artwork myself and stuff like that. Just I just love that aspect of stuff.
So what he's saying, everybody, is he is a man of many talents and he has a lot of options. So he'll be able to decide what he wants to do and choose from a number of different things. That's good
Yeah.
stuff, man. And then last thing, man, give the fans a message. They're all watching, they're all listening. So what do you want to say to them?
I just want to say thank y'all for real, for supporting us. Thank you for everything that y'all do, whatever y'all put in, or just even just showing up. That's just important. Um, we're here and we are there to win a championship. So,
Absolutely. And let them know where they can find you on social media if they're not following you already.
oh yeah, you just my at is Saul Island One, but you just really type in my name, Solomon Rogers. It should pop up. Y'all follow me, message me if y'all want. I've reached out to a couple of y'all back just for piggyback stuff that y'all might have said or anything like that. So just thank y'all. I'm not afraid to follow back or just respond to whatever y'all have to say. So I'm cool with that.
All right, there you go. And there you have it. Number 4, Solomon Rogers, man. Hey, for the rest of the season, we wish you absolutely the best, and we look forward to watching you and following the rest of your career.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. All right. Good stuff. Take care, man.
All right.
Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club is presented by Bet Online.